There is no better feeling than to clear the PTE test in the very first attempt. However, not everyone is lucky to get that blessing. Many of us have to redo the exam after realizing some mistakes in our preparation or nervousness during the test or lack of appropriate guidance. Well, I would say failure is the first step of success and there is nothing to be ashamed of. Join me, your host from the Edutrainex learning channel, Pioneer in PTE Training, to understand what you need to do to be in a better position for your next PTE test the next time when you appear for it. Tip number 1. Don't fall into the same trap. It is very important that you retrospect yourself, meaning that you should sit down and think about the entire first attempt journey, including your preparation and what exactly happened in the exam hall. Find out what went wrong. Were you not well prepared? Were the templates or strategies that you used did not work? Did you speak faster or not very clearly? Did you make grammatical mistakes? Or did you not put enough time to practice? Only you can answer these questions. First of all, such mistakes, find it, all of them, and note it down. Prepare a plan to fix them and make sure you don't repeat these mistakes in the next attempt. Always use a trusted source like us to follow the strategies and the templates. Do more mock tests before you take your second attempt. Never go in the exam hall half-hearted. Put in all your efforts as much as practical. Tip number 2. Be mindful of the busy and noisy exam rooms. Did the noisy exam room surprise you in your first attempt? Oh boy, you missed a very crucial factor which is the part of the PTE test experience. Everyone who appears for the PTE test should be aware that the exam room can be really noisy, especially in the speaking section, as everyone is trying to speak as loud as they can. Believe me, many people do that, and they think being louder can make the PTE software understand their voices better. Well, that's not the case, and you need to be prepared for such noisy environment anyway. But how do you prepare for such scenarios? When you are practicing speaking questions at home, turn on the TV and turn the volume high, not extremely high though, that can help. Tip number 3. Never underestimate the strength of proper study materials and guidance. For example, Edutrainex is new and we get a lot of students who have not been successful in their first attempts. When we ask them how did they prepare for their first attempt, some people say they just relied on free materials on the internet. Some said we went through the PTE training provided by our local study agents or visa consultants. After they get trained by us, the results improve dramatically and they realize what mistakes they made earlier. I'm not saying that you should join Edutrainex for your success, but what I'm trying to say here is that don't rely on the free materials on the internet. Firstly, they are not reliable, and then you don't get any evaluation or expert feedback on your responses, which is equally important. So whichever PTE training provider you choose, make sure you choose a good one. It might cost you some money, but that money will be well spent and define your future. Tip number 4. Making notes of what you study. Once you found a good PTE training provider, you need to follow a very important step in learning, which is to make notes of what you are learning. Writing reinforces the learning, and once you write, your brain records it better, and while practicing, use your notes initially for reference and then slowly you won't need to refer to those notes. Tip number 5. Practice, practice and practice. Exam preparations require consistency and devotion. It is very true that greater rewards await those willing to put the effort and energy it takes to succeed. If they devote more time in their preparation, make sure you practice a lot until you are consistently getting scores in the range that you are targeting. This is the key for everyone to take away. Tip number 6. Don't be overconfident. Many people think their English is good enough and blame lack of time or lack of good study materials for their failure. But the thing here is that are you really that good? And is that the actual reason that you fail your first attempt? If you are unable to judge it yourself, get an expert to do that for you. Comment below if you want to do a self-evaluation with us and we can help you. And lastly, after putting all the hard work for your preparation, Don't forget to watch our videos on the 10 PTE Test Day tips, which will prepare you even further. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos on PTE topics. Till then, goodbye and good luck in your PTE preparation.